This is the border wall that the Trump administration was building. President Trump and his team, pursuing the secure border, pro-law enforcement policies, were building this border. And this is what happened the day that Joe Biden took office. The border wall came to an end. And now, horrible, devastating consequences across the United States of America as hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants are pouring into the country every single month. Now, there are about 200,000 illegal immigrants who are crossing every month that the Border Patrol has contact with. But we also know that there are hundreds of thousands who they don't touch. And a lot of those can find places where there is a wall, right? But this is the kind of border wall that Joe Biden has up. It's not the significant border wall that President Trump was building. It's a wall like this. And I want to show you how easy it is to climb one of these. And that's it, you're over. That's what it takes to get into the United States of America in a place where there is a border wall. And tomorrow, we're going to show you in most places, there's not even a wall. What I also want to show you is what happens even in those places where there is a border wall. Now, this is not a significant wall, but it is a barrier. However, it's about a quarter mile from the actual border. It's about a quarter mile from the river. So what's happening is that when illegal immigrants are crossing the border, they are officially then in the United States of America. President Trump had a remain in Mexico policy. Now they don't even have to, in places like this, come over the wall. All they have to do is literally walk across that river, and the Biden administration is picking them up, putting them on a plane, and then sending them into the United States. Now, one of the reasons why this matters to Missouri is that the fentanyl that is killing kids, the fentanyl that's killing citizens across the state of Missouri, it's coming from here. The drugs that are making their way up into the United States are coming right up through Missouri, often coming through southeast Missouri and heading up toward Chicago. They'll be coming through southwest Missouri and continuing to head north. The drugs don't stop here. The human smuggling doesn't stop here. The illegal immigrants do not stop here in Del Rio, Texas. When you have 200,000, mostly military-aged males, crossing the border every single month, they are flooding into all of the 50 states, and that includes Missouri. Now, what's also very clear is that Joe Biden's policies are an assault on the entire idea of America. He's literally wiping out the border. He's wiping out the distinction between citizens and non-citizens, and he's doing it on purpose. They have made it virtually impossible for law enforcement to do their job on the border. We now have a border that is controlled by Mexican drug gangs and cartels, and the Biden administration has done that on purpose. All right, now let's talk about the numbers. The Border Patrol is saying that it's about 200,000 illegal immigrants who they have contact with every single month. But you talk to the Border Patrol agents, they will also tell you that their estimate is that maybe they're actually in contact with about a third of people who are coming across. That means that there will be 600,000 people coming across every month. Some Border Patrol agents think that maybe they're just touching 1 out of every 5. Again, these are their best guesses, but you do the simple math, that would mean that there are 1 million people crossing into the United States every single month. No matter how you break it down, you've got hundreds of thousands of people who are coming across the border and immediately being picked up, being taken straight away. They're not tested for COVID. They don't have to have a vaccine. They don't even have to have IDs. But you know what? They're put on planes and sent into your neighborhoods. Now, one other point I want to make is that when Biden came into office and they stopped the construction of the border wall, you kept paying contractors to construct it. So that's right. Not only did Joe Biden take down this wall so that hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants could come in every month, but you are continuing to pay for it. It just shows how absolutely feckless and incompetent the Biden administration is. One of the reasons it's so important to be here on the front lines is that you talk to the Customs and Border Patrol agents and they'll tell you that even in serious cases where they grab somebody, they find a smuggler who's, say, bringing fentanyl into the United States of America, they'll grab them, they'll work on the case all day, maybe through the week, they'll put all of the evidence together, then they'll bring it to the prosecution, and Joe Biden isn't even prosecuting criminals. They've made it virtually impossible for law enforcement to do their job down here on the border. And I believe that they're doing it on purpose.